Good morning, everybody. It's Roxana with Past Present Herbs, and I'm coming on here today. This is not going to be a video about herbs or canning or anything. This is just going to be a video because I just really wanted to share my heart. And this video may not really be a very popular video, but this is going to be a video about the young gentleman that sung a song just from his heart. His name is Anthony Oliver, and I normally don't do videos on other people like, like the other gentleman, I forgot his name already, but the small town song that caused so much controversy. Because, a lot of things come and a lot of things go, and there's so much controversy going on in our world. But my husband was just simply asking me, I've been working and I do work on my videos. I'm very busy. I'm canning, I'm gardening. This time of year is busier for me than actually springtime. When it gets to be fall, I actually have so much to do in the kitchen, cooking, and then I'm canning and I'm getting ready. I have another event that I'm doing. I actually am a lot busier this time of year than other times. And believe it or not, to watch another YouTube video, I don't really have a lot of time to watch another YouTube video. But he asked me, he said, I want you to sit down and watch this young man's video. And I thought, seriously? So anyway, if you have not listened to this young man's video, it's a song. It's a quick song. But I actually heard it, a few courses of it, and I thought, yuck. I didn't care for the man's, I guess, type of music, I would say. And my husband likes that style of music. So I immediately was turned off to the style of music, but I didn't listen to the words. And I was kind of in a hurry. So I later went back and I said, what's his name? And he said, Anthony Oliver. I may have it backwards. So I sat down, it was in the evening, and I finished my dishes and I listened to it and I immediately began to cry because of the tone of his voice when I was sitting still. And the words, I could hear hurt in the song, in the tone of his voice. I could hear he was hurting. I'm a very sensitive person to certain things. I've gotten older, and so I'm not real sensitive to what I used to be sensitive to as I was younger. But I could actually hear this young man, he was very hurt. And so I actually got tears in my eyes. And for me to get tears in my eyes, it takes quite a bit. And I said to myself, wow, that's a powerful song. And it's not the style of music that actually stopped the song at the end. And I wanted to listen to it again because I wanted to really understand what he was saying. And if you've listened to it, of course, you have your own interpretation. It's almost like reading a Bible verse. You want to reread the Bible verse because you want to get the full understanding of what the Word of God is telling you. And I'm a believer in the Word of God. And then later, not that night, but the next day, after I got off work, I was watching that he had gone, because I'm kind of slow because I am. This is a busy time of year. I heard that he was at a farmer's market. He was playing at a farmer's market, and that he prayed and that he had turned down $8 million. So of course that piqued my interest in this young man, and to be quite honest with you, I wanted to know more. And so he's not in this for the money, but one thing he really said that really was a desire of mine, and I've been saying this in my videos, I don't say it like all the time, but I do say we need to get out and meet people. We need to get out. If it's a stranger, we need to become friends with them. If it's a local farmer, if it's a rancher, we need to make friends with them and ask them, you know, do you vaccinate your cows? Purchase what they are selling. And if they don't vaccinate, then become, you know, purchase what they have. There's a lot of struggling people out there that need us to be the consumer. I know, I'm not saying quit buying everything from the local stores, because they need our business too. But if it's something that's a GMO product, don't buy the GMO products, but be friends with our local farmers and our local ranchers, because I have a person that I buy meat from, but they don't vaccinate their cows. They don't, you know, they have all kinds of things that I can buy from them, and I do. It's a little higher than at the store, which they vaccinate their cows. All their meat is not really good for me. So I go outside my area. I live in a small town, but I have to go to other resources to get stuff that is better for my family. I use Azure Standard. Azure Standard is better produce, better other things for me. And it's shipped in, and I don't mind paying the price, because some areas, in some ways, it's cheaper. Do I still go to the big box stores? Yes. I don't buy as much as I used to. But what I'm trying to say, sorry, that was a fly. But what I'm saying is, I have made really good friends and learned great, valuable lessons. And I'm not as against people like I was. I've learned such wonderful things and valuable, long-lasting friends. Do I know everything? No. Am I ever going to know everything? Never. But this young man kind of struck a chord with me, because he's out there making friends. He's out there loving on people with his music. And he's saying something. Is he hurting? Yes. Are we living in good times? No. But does it have to be that bad? No. Because you know why? You need to love on your neighbor. You need to make it as good as you can make it. You don't have to be alone. And it just touched my heart, because you know what? We don't have to live inside these little shelters of a home. We can invite our neighbor in our home. We can love on each other, because you know what? These people that are in the government are going to try to control us and tell us how to live, and we are not going to be like that. We don't have to be like that. When I was growing up, my grandmother had so many people that came in and out of her home. They had sewing guilds. They had recipes they shared together. I mean, it's great that we have the internet, and it's great that we share recipes with each other like that. But you can live in your small town or your big town. I mean, your urban areas can be just as wonderful as a small town. You don't have to leave the big city unless you really, really just can. There's some people that can't leave, and that's okay. But right there in your area where you're at, you can form a small community right there in your neighborhood. And if there's somebody there that you don't like, let them know. You know, I don't know how you could do that, but I've done it before. And, you know, you could just form a neighborhood watch program and let that person know. They either get their act together, or you're not going to make it very nice for them. Just like they don't make it nice for you, you cannot make it nice for them in a nice way, in a loving way, in a prayerful way. And pray and ask God, you know, make it uncomfortable for them. God can make it uncomfortable for that person. God is the one that will have vengeance. God is the one that will do things. We do not fight against flesh and blood. God is the one that does things for us because we are his children. And he wants to love us and protect us, and he will guide us in all things, all things. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, you know, I know that there's some people that cannot get out of the city. They don't have the funds. It does cost money to leave the city. And you got to think about a lot of things if you're going to try to get out of the city. It's hard, I know. So anyway, trying to get back to just talking about this young man, it just struck such a chord with me. And I was thinking to myself, you know, he is smiling now because he's got a lot of this togetherness and people are happy. Is it still hard, everything that we do when we get up from the top of the morning to the end of the day? Yes, everything's still extremely hard. I mean, I've tried this year really hard to can a lot, and I'm looking at my cabinets and it's not near where I expect it to be. But just the fact that I did get some stuff done makes me feel really good about what I've done. Am I hoping for a better year? I'm still not finished because I'm falling behind because I've had to work and work and work. I've still got my jams to do, and am I counting pennies? Oh yeah, I'm counting pennies. Am I relying on people to help me every step of the way? Do I have nice things? No, I don't have nice things. You know, it's just where we have come from, and we've had to go down instead of up, and I'm okay with that because we're hardworking people. We come from hardworking people, and we knew when all this came about for almost 4 years ago, we knew when he got into office, and y'all know who I'm talking about, that it was going to get ugly. And it's gotten ugly, and it's gotten uglier, and it's gotten bad, it's gotten worse. And until he gets out of office, and we're praying, whoever, hopefully somebody that's God-fearing gets in office, that, you know, things will get better. But it probably won't get better overnight. And so that's where we're praying. And we're praying that everybody, and I'm talking about your neighbors, your friends, and, you know, people that are in your community, come together, united, and just start loving on each other and helping each other. Because, you know, it's too hard for one person to do it alone, and especially the elderly people. And, you know, I know a lot of young people think that they have all the answers, but you know what? I'm just here to tell you, young people do not have all the answers. And I know a lot of young people, they think that they do have the answers, but it's very hard. I know when I was young, I realized quickly that without my grandparents' help, I would not have made it. And my husband and I talk about that all the time. My parents were too busy. They worked 2 jobs, and they were too busy. And of course they had shelter over my head, but they were too busy, and they didn't give me enough life lessons. I'll just say that. They didn't give me the life lessons that I needed. They were putting food in the on the table, and they were providing shelter, but they did not give me the life lessons that I needed. Very few life lessons did they pass down. I mean, I thought I had to have 2 jobs all the time, which not always is that true. But my grandparents gave me the tools, and taught me things because they had worked hard, and my grandmother taught me the value of a relationship, a good relationship, what a good relationship, how valuable that is. That's more valuable sometimes than money. And how you can pull together as a community and help one another out. That's more important sometimes than a lot of money. And how if, you know, this person can get this and this person can get that, you can all come together. That's a strong community is really helpful, you know. And I hope people are getting some value out of what I'm saying. And I hope you're getting some value out of that young man, what he said in his song. Yes, he was hurt. Yes, he might have been angry. But go beyond the hurt, go beyond the anger, and understand where we are as a country. Yes, I know a lot of things could happen. Yes, I know what a lot of people are saying, and they're trying to scare you. And yes, things could happen. And yes, I know what people are predicting for the end of the year, or even in a couple of months. I know what they're saying. But if you have some valuable friends, and if you have some good friends, and if you have a solid foundation in the Word of God, I'm sorry, you see the smile on this face? What can they do? All they can do is continue to talk. Because this girl here, I know where I'm going, and I know what I'm doing. And you have to have a plan, okay? You got to get a plan right now and know what you're going to do with you and your family. And I'm not scared. This is the second time that they've tried to pull something on us, okay? And I know when I was a child, all the stuff that I went through with my parents, and I just kind of thought back, you know what? I'm not, I'm sorry. This isn't going to happen. And they're not going to try to force me out of a job. They're not going to try to do any of that. You know, they can try to tell you something. You need to educate yourself, educate your family, and you just need to stock up the best that you can. And I know I might be losing a couple of people here, but don't live in fear. And if they try to tell you you have to do this or you have to do that or else, just look at them like they're crazy. Because I know for me and my family, what we're going to do, we're going to stand on what the Word of God says. And we're not going to let anybody tell us what we have to do. Okay. And anyway, it all started with this guy. And yeah, we know what people might try to tell us what we have to do. But okay. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to just stop right here and let you know that I hope this was enjoyable for you. I hope it wasn't as confusing as all that. But, you know, this next couple of months, just stay prayed up and hang on to as much information as you can and do as much stocking up as you can on your canning. I know I'm trying to can as much as I can and as much herbal medicine. And it's talking about herbal medicine, I've got a couple of videos that I'm going to be coming out with. Of course, it's that time of year. We're going toward the end of August. The kids are already back in school. So I'm going to be doing some sit down talk. They'll be, I don't know how long they'll be. They'll probably be longer than normal. I'm going to be going over some information of how to keep your immune system strong. We'll probably go over, and I've got an elderberry syrup recipe. I'll do one for adults and one for kid-friendly. And then we're going to get the echinacea. I'm behind on getting the echinacea. But if you can get some echinacea and some elderberry and stuff like that, because we're going to be doing some videos on that. And in the description, I'll have maybe my older videos out. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're getting ready for cold and flu. When I say flu, those are viruses. So that will be covering a lot of viruses. It won't just be covering your regular flu. And I'll be putting stuff down in the description so that you guys will know, like all viruses. So, and there's some things that I won't be able to say. And just FYI, I'm thinking about going to another platform because I can't say a lot of things that I want to say on here. I'm not sure. There's another platform where I'll be able to share a little bit more, and it may cost my viewers not hardly anything though. But if you're interested in that, I would like for you to leave me a comment down in the bottom of this description if you would be interested in following me to another platform, and if you would like to get more information on how to protect yourself in the next coming months, because I do believe some things are going to come and rear their ugly head. I'll just say that. But we do need to protect ourselves, and we do know which of the herbs will help us in the next couple of months. Yes, and so I'll be providing some very specific information, but it will not be given to the general public for free. So anyway, just let me know if you're interested in the next couple of videos. I'll provide a link where you can come and join me in the next platform, and you'll have some information that you can take with you via that link, okay? I've always talked about having a school, and I guess this might be my entry into what might be sort of called a school. But anyway, I've never been able to get some help into getting into a school, so this might be my way into a school. Anyway, all that, I'll be closing this video now, and you guys just have a blessed day. And I hope if you haven't heard Anthony Oliver's song, I'll put it in the description as well. So, and if you have heard of it, listen to it again. It's like #1 on Spotify. It's on #1 YouTube. It's #1 on iTunes. It's #1 everywhere. And I think he's kind of a cute young man. He's got the red hair and the beard and everything. And I've listened to it several times now. And he's got scriptures. He prays for people, and very heartwarming now. But at first, when I listened to it, I was just I cried. But anyway, let's all stay together, and give me some comments and let me know what you think about his song. Okay, you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye for now.